Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta.
And in the spirit of kindness, we always want to think of kindness and love. We want to always listen to one another, to be kind to one another, and to show compassion to one another.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for always reminding us, Gloria. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Did you miss us? We were gone for a little bit.
Yes, we were. Now we're back. Just want to quickly say thank you to all our fans and supporters.
Thank you. Thanks for hanging in here
back
with us.
And coming back and supporting us. And if you're new, hello.
Welcome.
And we welcome you to our chat.
Yes.
Thank you. Don't forget, everyone, that before we get going, we always like to remind you that if you like our chats, we would love for you to hit that thumb icon. Subscribe to our channel. If you subscribe, then you'll be notified and get all our videos.
Yes.
And hit the bell notification.
We still believe in peace.
So hit that bell notification and you can watch all the videos.
Yes. So, because we're Silicon Valley Girls that chat over tea, let's talk a little bit about our tea. And it is Tazo chai. We both love chai tea. And today's tea is black tea, ginger root, cinnamon bark, black pepper, that activator, gotta have that, cardamom seed, clover, and star anise seed. All organically grown.
And star anise is like licorice.
Yes.
Which is my favorite.
Which is her favorite. So two things. One, it has the pepper to activate. And two, it also happens to have her favorite licorice.
Yes, it does. And it smells amazing.
Yes.
If you're new to this channel and our chats, what we like to do is before we actually put the tea bags, dunk it into our water, we like to smell how great the smells are. And this smells amazing. It smells of spiced, everything spicy. That's what I like, all the spices.
Spicy. Yes.
So we love it. We've had it seeping for a bit.
It smells amazing. I wish we had smell vision.
That smells really good, like chai should smell.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. That's good.
That's very good. And you know, in the spirit of October, Halloween's coming, we have our little pumpkin.
See? Do you see our little pumpkin?
To get us in the spirit.
There you go.
Isn't that so cute? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So today, our topics are going to be, ta-da-da-tam, we're going to talk about mental health, Senator Dianne Feinstein, Dancing with the Stars, extraordinary hobbies. Do you have a hobby? Okay, if you do, comment below. Bachelor in Paradise and The Golden Bachelor. That's our plan for today. And of course, we always give tips at the end. So if you want to hang out and hear our tips of the day, we would love to share those with you. So, as we always begin, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire universe, the entire human race, animals, everyone. We know that through love and compassion, we can have a better world for everyone and everything. So it's really important for us to put out good vibes. So that's what Rosetta and I do every week, is we share good, positive vibes with you all. And thanks for coming back. So, yesterday was National Mental Health Day. And, you know, when you hear those words, you think, what does that mean? Because in the past, when a person had an experience of something, it was taboo. You couldn't talk about it. And now, I love Alyssa on The View. She has, you know, issues with mental health and feeling, you know, in her role, she feels like restrained. Sarah, you know, also on The View, she has issues where she feels overwhelmed. It's becoming more accessible. And Carson Daly from the Today Show, and he's also the host of The Voice, he has shared many issues with mental health. So it's not taboo anymore. Everyone's talking about it. And yesterday was a good day to recognize that it is a condition that exists, and let's not sweep it under the carpet. Let's talk about it.
And we should make it not just one day. I think every day.
Yes.
Like the whole, I was going to say the month, but no,
Yes,
every day of the year. We mustn't forget those people that are struggling with mental health and different issues that they feel that it's something that they can't talk about,
Right.
because it's taboo, but it's not, because now I don't know how long this mental health day has been running for, but
Right.
I really like it because it reminds everyone, take care of each other and
Yes.
remember those people and reach out.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, reach out. And if you are someone struggling with mental health, reach out,
Yes.
because if you don't reach out, people don't know.
Right.
And there are lots of people that would like to help.
Absolutely. Earlier this week, I think it was like actually Friday of last week, we lost our Senator Dianne Feinstein. She was the first female in Congress. She was a representative from California. She was our first. She was I want to say like a cornerstone foundation when it came to women in politics. Barbara Boxer, Nancy Pelosi came out and they said, you might not have always agreed with her approach, or why would she vote yes for that? However, she stood her ground and she would share her information. I think all women should, just acknowledge her contribution. She worked up until her actual passing. She was still in that capacity, in that role, and her health was severely compromised. However, her dedication to California and the United States of America was admirable. So we just wanted to acknowledge that.
Yes, rest in peace, and we think of you.
Yes, and thank you for your contribution. So let's get to talking about Dancing with the Stars.
Have you been watching?
What do you think?
We haven't been doing our chats for a bit, and
Right.
Dancing with the Stars is now on episode 4. And if you don't know, then you should go and watch it. But I'm
Yes.
sure if you're a fan, you're already watching it. And we're
Yes.
so happy to say that it came back on mainstream TV.
Yes, because we missed last season because it was only on Hulu and Disney
Plus. Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to pay to watch people dance. It's just not, it's not that big of a
Yes.
draw. I love it, and it was the first season I actually missed.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 new hosts. Tyra's not there anymore, and Julianne Hough, I don't know her new married name.
Julianne. Oh, I didn't know she was married.
Yes, Julianne
Okay.
Hough something, because Derek got married too. So I don't know. I think her stage name is still Julianne Hough.
Yes.
So because of her expertise, I think she's a great host.
She's great, and Alfonso Rivera is back again.
Yes.
So he's the main guy, and Julianne Hough is up on the balcony interviewing
Yes.
all the couples when they're done with their judgment at the
down
bottom.
on
Yes.
the ground.
So this season we had some unique, different celebrities on Dancing with the Stars, and I didn't know some of them. But Val Zamorsky, and a little lady, you may know her as, I don't even know how to pronounce her
I
name,
think it's
Xochitl or something, Gomez.
yes.
She is actually an actor from the Marvel
Yes.
series,
Yes.
the Marvel movie, because she
Yes.
was with Doctor Strange.
Right.
So I forgot about her, and she's come back. Then there's Jenna Johnson, Tyson Beckford, Sasha Farber, Allison Hannigan from American Pie, Riley Arnold, who is Lindsay Arnold's younger sister, and
Yes.
Harry Josey. I didn't know who he was, but I guess you said he's Australian.
Yes, he's an influencer, so he has lots and lots of followers. And,
Okay.
like I told her, he needs to learn how to move.
Yeah, there are a lot of these influencers going on to Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Pasha,
Pasha.
Pashivkov. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sorry if I botched it up.
That's
With
Pasha.
Anna Maddox. She's a model and actress.
Yes.
Danielle and Jason Mraz.
Yes.
Brandon Armstrong and Lele Pons. I didn't know who she was, but
Yes,
my son did.
Yes.
She's
another
a social media, and she's big. She became big
right.
for doing Do you remember Vines? I don't know if you know Vines. Vines was a social media where you would have videos, but short videos.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of saw her do some of her stuff because my son
likes her.
Well, doesn't like her, but knows who she is.
And
she said that she does stupid stuff. And
Oh,
she got
okay.
famous for doing stupid stuff.
Oh, okay.
So some stupid moves and stuff, and she got famous from that. Then there's Emma Slater
Yes.
and Maurizio Omansky. He is the husband of the lady that is
One
on
of
the
the
Housewives
Housewives.
of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Alan Bernstein and Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney
Yes.
Spears'
Sister.
sister. Peter Murgatroyd. Is it Peter? I think it's Peter Murgatroyd
Peter,
and
yeah.
Barry Williams.
Yes.
You know Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch,
Yes.
the oldest son.
Yes, he was Greg Brady.
Yes. Then we have new. Well, what I've said is there are some new dancers there,
Right.
professional dancers, but also Koka Iwasaki. She's a new one as well.
Right.
I think this is her second season with Matt Walsh, who's an actor. Artem, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sorry, I just don't want to botch it up, and Charity Lawson.
Yes.
She was the previous Bachelorette, and Britt Stewart, and she's new as well, Britt Stewart and Adrian Peterson. So those are all the couples, and it's episode 4 that just happened. Did you see it?
I saw
The last
the
one.
last one.
The last one was the Motown one.
Yes, yes. So I saw some of it. I didn't
Okay.
get to see all of it. For me, the parts that stood out, like the Bachelorette, the first night of dancing, she was in position 1. She did really well. And then her partner got COVID. So then she had a replacement.
Yeah.
And they did okay, but she fell down the leaderboard from where she was. And I was, skimming last night to see how she did.
Oh yeah,
and
she did well
she
last
did really
night. I
well.
really like her. She's very elegant,
Yes.
and she can dance.
She holds her positions.
She's
I
very
really
good.
like
She's
that.
very petite,
Yes.
and she can dance. I didn't know how
I didn't-
petite she
'Cause
was.
on the Bachelorette, she didn't look that petite. However, when you're watching her and what is his name? Dotem, her fiance.
Oh, Dotton.
Dotton. It's a very unique name. Dotton, I mean, because he is towering over her, but they look so cute as couples. And I'm like, it's like, did she lose a lot of weight? And I've heard
I think
when
she's
you're
just
doing
skinny.
a lot of these routines and practices that can happen.
Well, she's wearing more outfits that show her
Oh,
body. Like
yes.
you can see her, even though they
Everything.
have like the
Little
skin
meshing.
kind of
Yes.
mesh colored thing.
Yes.
You can still see that
Yes.
she's very petite,
Yes.
very slim.
And she's got her fiance. And remember, the mom said, if you pick my son, I will throw you the most beautiful wedding.
I can't wait for the
wait.
Nigerian
Yes,
wedding.
Because
Oh, my
so you got to
goodness.
see the mom was there. So, she's getting a lot of family
that.
support.
I love that couple. I really
Yes.
do.
So they
Yes.
did really good.
Yes. And you know who I forgot was, I'm forgetting here, is Mira Sorvino. Yeah, she's on the Mira Sorvino. She's on there, and I forgot to put her on this list.
Oh, okay.
And I forget who her partner is. Mira Sorvino, and I forget her partner. Sorry. But she's actually doing quite well.
Yeah.
I like her. And you know what? I'm very surprised. She's still in very good shape
Absolutely.
with those long legs.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it was really interesting because I'm like, she's got great legs, And I was also like, the first time I know him as Greg Brady. I can't think of his real name. When he came out, I thought, oh, he's going to be going home first.
Yes.
And he's getting better. And that's what the judges want to see is improvement. So he is improving.
I'm surprised because a lot of, older people that come on, they're quite stiff.
Yes.
And I was shocked. He has he could be the underdog.
Yeah, because, he's learning how to be on his tiptoes. See, that's what I look at. I can hear Lim in my head. And when Dancing with the Stars started up, they did a tribute to him, and they renamed the mirror ball to the Lynn mirror ball.
The Lynn,
And
I
it's
love
now,
that.
and it's gold and it's beautiful, and so I think that is something that's very interesting. And last night to see Michael Strahan
Yes.
talking to the dancers and saying things like, like he said to the football player, he goes, well, I don't really like you like that, on the field. And he goes, I didn't like you on the field either. He says, but it's been really good watching you dance. He goes, man, you can dance. I love how he, took the outside world and brought it in.
Yes,
so that was really good.
He's a pretty, he said some really nice things to the dancers.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised, because a lot of times you get like one-off people coming to host, they just say like foo-foo stuff, and it's like no substance. But he's kind of good.
They're like, well, you can dance. You're like, okay, it's a dancing show. What else you have? And so Michael would actually say things about, their hold, and so that was really good. I was surprised.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that last night, when they had, was it Monday? They had Dancing with the Stars. They were quite strict.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of stars actually didn't do as well as I thought they would do.
Right.
And it's shocking. And I think they're being stricter. Yeah. And like Gloria said, they want to see improvement.
Week over week.
Week over week. So we'd like to know who your favorite couples are. I really like, now I'm blanking.
Yes.
I'm blanking.
Well,
I have to look down
Charity.
on my list. Charity, I like.
I like the young girl with Val, because she's young.
Yes, the Marvel star. I like her. She's great.
She's
really
so
great.
energetic. I love that.
And I think Barry Williams also.
Yes, like you said, he's like the sleeper. You don't know it until he hits the floor, and you're like, wow, he's doing really good.
And Mauricio Omansky, I'm surprised, because I thought he wasn't going to be good, but he's not too bad.
Right.
So
who are your top two? Please comment below and let us know.
Yeah, and how are you enjoying the new hosts of the show?
Yes. Do you like this better? Do you want to go back to the way things used to be? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I like it. We like it. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. So now we're going to switch to extraordinary hobbies. Do you have a hobby? Have you, done something and it turned out to be a lot of fun, and you think to yourself, I think I could do this?
Yeah, what kind of hobbies do you have?
Yeah.
Because we were talking, and it seems that we have similar, because you said you used to make jewelry.
Yes, I used to buy the little bitty beads, and I would make, and we were supposed to bring samples.
Yes,
we'll have to share that with you later. But I used to make beaded bracelets and necklaces and little drop earrings.
Yes.
And the other thing that I started out knitting. Knit one, purl two. Knit one, purl two.
Oh, I tried that as well.
I went to crocheting. And my sister, Rosemary, she can crochet a king-size blanket in a weekend. It takes me weeks, and she could knock one out in a weekend. I just wow. And they're big, and they're fluffy, and they're beautiful.
Yes.
So those are things that, and another hobby that I've always loved is I like to take natural, holistic ingredients and make different foods. Like I take peanut butter and I figure out how I can make it taste different. Natural, organic peanut butter. And instead of mixing it into, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, maybe add it as into vinegar, oil and vinegar, and make like a vinaigrette dressing. So I like playing around, because when you travel, for me, when I go outside the United States, I can eat whatever I want and I don't gain a pound.
Well, talking about peanut butter, what I like to do with peanut butter? I mix it with chili sauce, chili oil.
Oh, okay.
That's really nice.
Yes, but just getting away from the typical. So what are some of the things?
So the hobbies that I used to do, and I need to get back into that, I used to make earrings, drop earrings. I tried the bracelets. I didn't think they turned. See, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I didn't really like the way it turned out, so I stuck with the earrings. So I made many pairs of earrings.
Wow.
And I haven't done anything with them. But I used to like baking and making chocolates and truffles.
Yes.
And right now, I really like just trying different things that are healthier, obviously. Yes. I like healthier things. Trying to see different recipes. But I'm very boring, because once I find a recipe, I'll make it over and over and over again.
Yeah, because it works. If it works, it works. You don't have
and
to.
I want easy.
Yeah.
Easy. If it's like 10, 15 steps, I won't do it. It has to be simple, quick, and easy. That's what I
Yes.
like. I found this recipe for a healthy mug cake,
Ooh.
and I've been making it.
Ooh.
And you just pop it in the microwave
Ooh.
for what is it, 2 minutes or a minute? I'll have to.
Right. And then it just comes out.
It's a mug cake, and you can eat it in the mug, or you can dump it
See,
out onto a plate.
I love that.
Yes.
We all started looking around the internet to say, well, what are some of the things that people are doing? And there's this lady, and she takes a penny, a tiny, tiny penny, and she paints sceneries on it. Can you imagine? A penny.
Yeah, she even does. She says she likes copper because
Yes.
because it comes through the shine of it.
Yes, it makes it bright.
Yes, and she's actually, here's some pictures. Here's a picture of some of the coins that she's done.
Yes.
And she's actually done Harry Potter scenes.
Yes. The whole scene on a penny.
Yes, someone actually asked her, a customer of hers, to paint Diagon Alley. And she said,
Wow.
yes, sure, no problem. Until she realized how intricate it was.
Yes.
But here you can see it. It's amazing.
Yes.
You need a magnifying glass to
Yes.
see all the details.
Yes. And you have to, kind of move it around. Even looking at it online, I would move it around because I could not believe the detail. I mean, we're talking about a penny. You know how fine that paintbrush tip has to be?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
Yes.
there are people that are so, they have the patience. I
Right.
wouldn't have the patience to do that.
Because if I messed up, I would be done.
Oh, I don't trust myself,
Yeah.
and I'm not very confident, so I would be like, too much. I'm gonna make a
No,
mess.
no,
My
oh,
hands would be shaking the whole
Like,
time.
I'm not going to do that.
Yes. So we're gonna put a
Yes.
link to her video down below.
Yes.
Her name is, let me figure out. I have her name.
Yes.
It is called, her name is called Bry, Bry. Bry Marie. That's
Yes.
her name. So we're going to
Yes.
put her information down below, a video of her down below.
Yes, because that was
You just have to
amazing.
check it out.
Yes.
And then another unique hobby, I never even heard of this. And this sounds a bit out there, but
Right.
there are people that do extreme ironing. Have you heard of this? Taking ironing boards to I want to
Right.
laugh.
Right.
Taking ironing boards to remote area locations and the ironing items that they need
Right.
to. This is crazy. On top of mountains, I saw, and ski slopes. It's actually
Yeah.
an organized sport, which I
Yeah.
found out. It has an international association
There you go.
and its own world championships. And first one took place in 2002. Original extreme ironist, his name is Phil Shaw, SHAW, Phil Shaw, and he came up with this because he had to, this is a weird, he had to choose between doing his chores or going rock climbing.
Yes.
So he decided to combine the two together, and there's all these people that have done it, and it's crazy how there's many places they've done it,
Right.
like mountainsides that's difficult to
Right.
climb, a forest,
Right.
skiing, snowboarding in the middle of the street. It's crazy. And under ice sheet of frozen lake.
That was the most surprising because my brain is going, I would be trying to breathe and focus on where I'm at and how do I get from underneath this ice.
Well, I just don't understand, because if you're under the ice sheet, isn't it wet? So how do you actually iron something that's wet?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Now, back in the day, they used to make these cast iron irons.
Yes.
And then they would put them like on a potbelly stove or something to heat them
Yes.
up. But my brain keeps saying once the iron is hot, it's going to melt the ice. So how do you iron under ice?
But I was just also wondering, how do you even iron? I mean, what do they have? Like cordless irons or something? I don't understand
Yeah.
how they do it.
Well, I mean, there are cordless irons, there are cordless steamers, but once again, heat melts ice.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that concept? Would you ever try and do that? Yesterday I was in the bank and there was a gentleman there and he had piles of money. And I was just like looking at the piles.
The coins, the piles of coins?
Right.
Okay.
Well, no, these were dollar bills.
Oh, okay.
And so the reason I'm bringing it up is it ties into our topic. He irons his money. before he takes it to the bank, because they have to put it through the money machine to count it, and if it has quarters,
if it has wrinkles or crinkles,
then it doesn't
it gets stuck.
Right. So he told me, he goes, I have 127 $1 bills. I said, no, you don't have to tell me, because he was going to tell me how many bills of what quantity he had. But he goes, it took me hours last night to iron it. So ironing goes even beyond
just
hobbies.
ironing clothes.
Yes, it's also something good to know that if you are going to take cash to the bank and you want it to go through the money machine faster, iron it.
Yes. One more other hobby that I found out was that there is a man named John Childs, and he is part of a washing machine collectors club, and he's a washer collector enthusiast. So there's a group where men get together and they wash their laundry together, and they like watching it while it's being washed.
Wow.
So each person has their interest of what part of the cycle they like.
Now, this is special because most men don't do laundry. So for there to be a process on planet Earth that gets men to watch the laundry, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and get this. He has 59 machines.
Oh my God.
59 machines. 22 are hooked up and running. And let's see. He has all the machines made from 1938 till today.
Wow.
And there is, in this machine collectors club, it started in 1987. There are 3,000 members all over the world.
Wow.
And they gather together, and they have this video of them gathering together, and they talk about what part of the cycle they like.
This is too funny. This is so funny.
That's what it is.
See, you learn something new every day.
So we would like to know if you have any out of the box hobbies. We would like to know.
Yes.
We'd love to know.
Something that's different and unique. Please share with us.
Yes.
I love it. So let's talk a little bit about Bachelor in Paradise. It has been a very, very interesting season so far. The people who are matching up with who likes whom. It's very interesting to me how, the first couple of days, oh, I like him, he's so cute, blah, blah, blah. And then, after they've spent a little time, they come out and they say, but if this person comes on the beach, I really want to get to know him. So it's starting to cause a little bit of chaos because, remember Brandon, who was just such a little butthead on Charity season.
Brandon is the one that has the long earring, the dangly
and
earrings, and the hat.
Yes. And so, he was like, I'm all about, playing the field and getting to know. Well, it looks like boyfriend's going to get played because the girl that he likes.
He likes Kylie.
Uh-huh.
So, this is a very unusual season because there is many, many love triangles taking shape. Already. So here are the love triangles. Will.
Yes.
Say, Olivia already kissed Will.
Yes.
But also Kylie likes Will. Okay? So Will and Kylie and Olivia are in a love triangle.
Yes.
Then Kylie not only is in one triangle, she is in another triangle with Avon. Avon was the guy that she really wanted to come on
the beach. She kept saying, I hope he comes, and he shows up.
Oh, but get this. Not only does Kylie like Avon, but also Olivia. So Olivia and Kylie like both Will and Avon. So that's another love triangle.
Yes.
Then we have another love triangle with Aaron B. from Charity season.
Yes.
With Mercedes and Eliza.
Yes. He really likes Eliza. But Mercedes got her feelings hurt, and she's all into her feelings about the whole situation.
But in the end, Aaron B chooses Eliza.
Yeah.
So there are all these. The first person to come on the Paradise Beach was Rachel.
Yes.
She was the Bachelorette, and that's who came on. And we will see some most recent men from Charity season.
Yes, quite a few.
So Braden was on there, Aaron B was on there, Sean, who is known as Ken, is on there.
And Sean is with Rachel right now.
Yes, I like that.
And so far they're hanging.
They're hanging. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
And then who comes on the beach? Blake.
Yes.
Does that ring a bell? He's
Yes.
going to give it a third try.
Yes.
He was engaged on Katie's season to
Yes.
Katie.
Yes.
And then he was on Claire's season.
Yes.
Tasha's season.
Yes.
So many seasons, and engaged to Katie, and that didn't work. It fell apart. So we'll see what happens.
I know.
So it's drama after drama.
All over the place.
But you know who I'm really liking is Eliza.
Yes.
She was already in a love triangle from the previous Bachelor with Rodney. Remember Rodney?
And we all, well, let me speak for myself. I loved Rodney. I thought that was a missed opportunity when he wasn't picked. However, you know, I had to give the Bachelorette, you know, she knows where her heart is. Rodney's a good man. And when Elijah dogged Rodney, I was not happy with her.
Well, Eliza, actually, she decided to leave.
Yeah, because she couldn't be with Rodney and she couldn't be with the other guy. She said she was confused.
Yeah, so she was really upset and she didn't want another thing to happen on this season.
Right.
But something is playing out and it started to happen between Mercedes and Eliza. Right. But luckily, the men had the rose.
Right.
So Aaron B chose Eliza and he wished to. Then, did you see Hannah B came back?
Yes, she did. And the beach went crazy. Why is she here? What is she doing here? Is she gonna, because they already had more women than guys. And so there were already 3 or 4 girls were going to be sent home. So they see her and they're like, oh, Mo, now she's going to take one of her guys. But that's not what she was there for. She put them on the spot. She made them answer questions like, of all the people on the beach, who would you pick if you had to pick one today? They had to be honest. I was like, Hannah, because she is in a relationship with someone else. And
we didn't know this.
No,
and she comes on and she doesn't tell anyone until after she's chit-chatted with the guys to get their side of the story.
Yes.
Because she's arming herself so that she has questions for the campfire night.
Yes, and that was one of the best nights because, you know, she would just ask them straight out, what's your intention? And, you know, even some of the people in these little dual and tri-level, you know, conversations had to say, well, if I had to pick one person today, it would be this person. I
felt bad for, who is Braden? No, who is the one? Sean B is with Rachel. So Sean is with Rachel, right?
Right.
And I felt bad because Sean, I think he said something which alluded to that he might still be on the lookout.
Yes.
And Rachel, you could see Rachel's face. She was so upset.
She was devastated. And also Braden, who thinks he's Mac Daddy, you know, Mr. Cool Smooth, that woman also said, I like him, but I'm still open, you know. And then they did the little breakaway where they talk, and you know, she's like, I came down here to fall in love, and I want to make sure I'm picking the right person.
And you know what? At the end, guess who? Is it Kat? There's one couple that is. Oh, it was who is it? Will. Remember, Will gets to talk to who is it? Shoot. Well, I have it here. Mercedes.
Yes.
Because Aaron B chose Eliza.
Right.
So Mercedes is free to roam around and figure out who she wants to be with. And she actually goes and has a little private conversation with Will because Will's heartbroken.
Absolutely.
Because he doesn't get Kylie because Kylie went on a one-on-one with Avon and decided to stick with Avon.
Right.
And you know what? It ends up that Mercedes says that she really likes him.
Yes.
You're my kind of guy. I love that you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yes.
And Will, he really does wear his heart on his sleeve. He started crying.
Yes, he does.
I love that.
And I love the fact that he was vulnerable and he showed emotions. And Avon, I thought to myself, who doesn't know how to open a bottle of champagne? Dude. And then, so he breaks the top off and then he takes a wine cork. And I'm thinking, now, how is that going to happen? You know? But she was like, oh, okay, this is new. We're going to see. And I was thinking to myself, I would be trying to get away from you, dude. It's like, it's a bottle of champagne.
Well, yeah. So I really like Mercedes and Will's relationship. Yes. It just happened just by coincidence, and I'm loving it.
And I hope they stick with each other and they don't just, you know, see something that appears to be a small, a more shinier diamond over there. Stick with what you got. Stick with what you know, because excuse me, that's what relationships are all about. You can't just keep moving around. Mr. Right could be right here in your face and you won't even see them because you're so busy looking all out there. So sometimes just slow down and be in the present moment.
Yeah. So this season is a lot of drama so far.
Yes, but and there's still more people to hit the beach.
There are, and they're showing like on future episodes there's going to be a medical emergency.
Right.
There's going to be lots of, as usual, there's lots of drama.
Yes.
But we want to know,
what
are you thinking? Who are your couples that you like? Let us know.
Please. And I still, I don't do anything to take away anyone's blessing. I just think Jesse is still not the host. I mean, he's just kind of so dry. We need somebody who can feel like, what's his name? Wes, the bartender.
I thought he was going to be.
Yeah. I think Wes would be a great host because when he's listening to the couples and the individuals, he listens to them. He leans into the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jesse is just trying to do it for the sake of doing it. He's just going through the motions.
Yeah, but for this, you need some compassion and love. And, we're going to just kind of transition, since we're in Bachelorette land, to one of my new favorite shows, The Golden Bachelor. So,
have you been watching?
You watch it? What do you think? It is not like the traditional, and, I love the fact that these are mature individuals. They're not playing the typical games. Now, Gary is the bachelor, and he did say that there was a little bit of drama, but it was just due to a misunderstanding. If this was the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, it would just be drama.
There's like, what I've noticed with this Golden Bachelor that's very different is that because he is at a certain age and the women are of a certain age, they've been there, done that, been through life.
Yes.
And none of them are really like catty or like trying to backstab each other.
No, they're actually kind.
They're actually kind and saying this. The first thing I noticed was the first episode was they're saying, there's just so many wonderful women here.
Yes.
They're all paying compliments to each other.
Yes,
and they're just letting
you're
Gary.
Beautiful, you're kind. It also surfaced for me. So, Bachelor Nation management, producers, I agree with Natasha. Do not have these women standing for these rose ceremonies for hours. When they showed the housing for the bachelorettes, bunk beds, you're 60 plus years old. You cannot be climbing up and down a bunk bed to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. You have to do something a little bit better than that. There was also the scene, remember the first date that he went on and
with Teresa
with the car?
Yes.
And he didn't know how to turn
the lights
on.
the headlights were not working.
Yeah.
And that seemed...
And I mean, and they are on the streets of California, on the freeway with no lights. And I'm like, okay, you should we know he has like a little hearing aid, which I love. They could have said in his little ear or something, put another one on the other side so they're matching, and said, for this automobile, this is how you turn on the lights. But she kept rubbing his shoulders and she kept saying it's going to be okay.
I love it. You know why? That part.
Yes.
You have to. If you've not watched, you missed it.
Yes.
Because he said something that he said, I actually put this. Gary said, when she put her hand on his shoulder, he said, your hand on my shoulder meant a ton to me.
Yes. Because then he didn't feel like it was just him driving alone, that they were in this together. I love that. I loved how, the one I'm talking about, Natasha, she was a fiery little thing. She made it through the first cut, but not the second cut.
Yeah, she got cut.
But the thing is, she was like, there's chair yoga, there's chair exercise. We should do the rose ceremony in a chair. She goes, hear me, as she's leaving. And she was down on the floor with Gary. I think she was just a little too much for him. He's a little bit more reserved.
He's more reserved and not as out there.
Yeah, he's
in
just
your face.
And not as loud.
But He's really in touch with his
caring.
feelings.
Yes.
And we found out his one-on-one date with Teresa is that she had had a husband that passed as well. They were high school sweethearts.
Yes. So they have that in common.
Yes, they were married for 42 years, and his name was Billy.
Yes.
So they had
Gary
that in
was
common.
married for 43 years. So they know how to have long relationships. And I also love the fact that if something happened, Gary would show his emotions.
He's definitely
a real man.
He's really like intuitive.
Yeah.
And being able to observe and see if someone's going through something bad. And I think that when Teresa mentioned that her husband had passed away, this is what he said, we have both been through hell and back. That's what he said.
Yeah.
We don't stop believing. And then all of a sudden, the Journey song came on.
Yes, and they're dancing.
Don't stop believing. Yes, I love that. I love that.
That was really good.
And then they had a group date where they did photo shoots of like a romantic, what was it, like romance and stuff.
And so like they were in different costumes, and the one that I loved, she ended up in a white wedding dress. Remember her?
Oh, she was the one that was crying because she said, and this was a bit weird because she said, I've never been in a dress since I haven't since my wedding day. But I'm thinking many people have not been in a wedding dress since their wedding day.
But hers was so many years ago.
But it kind of came back with those like feelings. Yeah. You know, sometimes when you see something or some smell reminds you of something, you get kind of choked up and you just can't like hold back the emotions. And she was sobbing and crying, and he could feel that. I really, really love that. And he actually said that he took her and he sat down with her and he said, I noticed today when we were doing the photo shoot, was there something wrong? Was it me, or was it, you know, what was it? Because I understood. I
could feel something was wrong, something was off.
And that's when she mentioned that. And what I loved was he said, let me see, I wrote this down. He said that he talks about how one time he walked past a bakery and smelt the smell of cinnamon. It reminded him of his wife, because every Christmas she would make cinnamon balls.
That's right.
And it just came, a flood of overwhelm emotion came over him, because you remember things like that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having those kind of emotions. So that's what I'm really enjoying. And they threw him a birthday party. Because it was his birthday.
And it was kind of like, it was a surprise, but it was just very beautiful. And instead of the girls being catty, they are very supportive of each other. I mean, like they would say, I want to get the first impression rose. I want to get the rose. But then when they didn't get it, they would say, but you know what? I think she deserves it because she's a kind woman. I mean, just such a completely switch. I can't remember the woman that you and I both think looked like Kris Jenner.
Oh, you know, with the short hair, and she was kind of very tall. Right.
You know, when he was with her initially, I was like, I don't know, because she's different from the other ladies. I think she's more modern. You know, she looks like she's more into, I don't want to say fillers and things, but there's just things about her where the other ladies, you see their wrinkles, you see their lines.
Well, she does have a lot of wrinkles, I must say, when they do
close up.
Right.
But I mean, you know, and surprisingly, even my husband is watching this, and he goes, I wonder if she's like Kris in that she gets a little something here, a little nip and tuck. And I don't know if she does or not. But some of the ladies, I just love the fact that it showed their age. You know, I'm 75. I look like I'm a more mature woman. So that was
great.
Really interesting.
And there was one lady that looked kind of like she was a bit unapproachable. She's the one that had on, what was it, the biker outfit? During the photo shoot. And she seemed like she was kind of hard on the outside. But then he had a talk with her and he said, I'm so glad I talked to you, because what you on the inside is not the same as the outside.
Absolutely.
So
and I mean, and it goes back to when they first came out of the limo. The first woman who came out of the limo with the gold dress, she took his breath away.
I think that was Edith.
Yes, she took his breath away. And even when they were having conversations, the way he just looked. So initially I was like, oh, Edith is the one. And then it was Teresa. I mean, so every conversation you see what he's experiencing, and that is they're all great women.
They're all great women because he actually knows how to talk to them, and he's very down to earth.
Yes.
He's just so he's like the most
He's
caring person
Yes.
that you could imagine, and I think that he has a lot of good women.
Yes.
A lot of good women.
Yes.
But he's a good catch. I'm telling
he
you,
is.
whoever gets to be with him is going to have a good.
Yes.
Is going to have a good partnership.
He is a very focused, dedicated man,
and he understands emotions.
Yes.
And he can actually
He can
talk
feel.
about. He feels.
Yes.
And he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's very he compliments it a lot.
Absolutely.
Which is not a lot of, I can say not a lot of men do that.
Absolutely.
And women, like, he has the chivalry that
Yes.
that we expect from men.
Yes.
So we are both really enjoying it.
Yes, I am. I cannot wait till tonight, because tonight is the new.
It is.
Yeah, that's why we
No, tomorrow. It's Thursday night.
Oh, I thought it was Wednesday night.
Thursday night is when Golden Bachelor comes on.
Yes.
So next week
Yes.
we'll be talking more about it. But I'm
what's
loving
new?
it.
Yes.
I'm really, really liking this, and I
Yes.
just do not miss all the cattiness,
Yes.
all the backstabbing, all
Yes.
the jealousy, all the stupid,
games that they play.
that they play
And
with the
they
young
say
kids.
that they're actually, because this is doing so well, they're going to do a female Golden Bachelorette.
Yes.
So
I love
Bachelor
it.
Nation management, you've got really good here. This is very lucky. He's a great man. He's a great catch. And let's just keep it going.
Keep
and
it
try
going.
not
Love
to,
it.
turn it into something it's not. I don't think Gary will allow you to manipulate him into being,
trying to do all these silly love triangles and all these,
with everything going on in
jealousy
the world,
and this
this
and
is
that.
something very good for everyone to tune into. So don't mess it up.
And I don't care what people say,
Yes.
because I've heard some nasty things about this, but
Yes.
I love it,
Yes.
and I'm just
I am
positivity all around, because it's just my kind of thing that I like.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, as we said, we were gonna, give you a little, conversation at the end. We always like to give you a little tip, a little makeup tip and a little health tip, because those are our businesses. I'm Ancient Stones Nurturing Natural, and this is Miss Simply Health. So today, from a makeup perspective, the most important thing is to start with a clean palette. And what I mean by that is to make sure you cleanse your skin. Have you ever been somewhere and someone put makeup on you and it disappears? And then they end up having to glob it on to get the look that you want? That's because your skin needs some attention. It's very important to exfoliate and make sure that it is as healthy as you can make it. For me, I have a little sneaky. I love, you're not going to believe this, but I love sugar. I prefer granulated brown sugar, and I mix that with olive oil. So the olive oil gives me more of the glow. But the brown sugar, what that does is that helps to exfoliate my skin.
It's the roughness of it. And good exfoliants, or it's like they always say sugar scrub, right?
Right. But I like to make my own.
Yes.
I don't buy them, because when you go to buy them in the store, they have a thick ingredient list. And I'm like, what is all this stuff? But if you make it at home and it's just brown sugar and olive oil, you can't get much better than that.
There you go. I'm actually going to try that, because what better than to do DIY at home?
Yes, to do it at home.
And you can actually probably put a bit of essential oil in there.
Yes, to even give it a nice smell. And I also know sometimes when ladies will say, my lips are kind of rough, you can also use like peppermint essential oil. It will cause your lips to plump a little bit more. So if you want that punch in the lips, that's something that you can use. And you can
actually use that scrub on your lips as well, because our lips get dry as well, especially in the winter months.
Yes.
They get flaky and dry. It's because we haven't exfoliated.
Yeah.
You will, right, Gloria?
And this is what you do And I try and do it at least once a month because it just keeps my skin taut and it makes it just feel really good. And when I apply my makeup, like I always tell you with Ancient Stones, a little bit goes a long way. So this is something, if you're applying makeup and it's not taking, then I suggest you do a little sugar scrub and exfoliate your face. And don't forget your neck. It's all connected so that when you are looking, you see no lines of demarcation that says I'm wearing makeup. Never stop your makeup at your chin. Take it down to your décolleté, because if you use Ancient Stones, it won't come off on your skin. So that's my tip of the day.
I love that tip. I love it. I love it.
Health tip.
Health tip of the day, yes. Well, simply health, that's what I am. And I say health should be simple. If it's not simple and doable, then it's not going to be sustainable. And you're not going to be able to keep it going.
Absolutely.
So what I like to say is that health and wellness is not all about what you put in your body. It's not just about the foods or the fitness you do.
Yes.
I have to say real quick that what you put in your body is so important. It's not just about the fitness.
Yes.
So health is 80% what you put in your body and 20% is the fitness. But there's some other things that I talk about and I try and help my clients with, is not just about health and fitness or nutrition and fitness, but what about things like gratitude?
Yes.
That's so important in everyday life.
Yes.
Take time out, and what I like to do is say, get a little journal book or a little book, and every day, don't be every day because it can be hard, but when you remember, go into that book and write a couple of things that you're grateful for that day. Yes. But if you can't get back to that book, stop and think, what am I grateful for today? Because a lot of times we like to fixate or concentrate on things that we don't have in our life. I wish we had more money. I wish we were skinnier. I wish we this. I wish we that. Why don't we stop and think about the things that we do have and what we're grateful for, and just remember them and say, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for my health. Thank you for allowing me to wake up every morning and
That's
take
what
my
I
breath.
start every morning with, thank you, God, for allowing me to wake and see another day. Thank you for allowing me to have mobility so that I can take care of myself. Don't make it hard.
Exactly.
Gratitude, just let it flow.
Exactly. It's so important to be grateful, because the more you're grateful, the more abundance you will have.
Yes.
And I started this a while ago, and I need to do this. What you can do, it's the fall season and it's pumpkin season. So what you can do is buy a pumpkin. This is a great way. And every day, get a Sharpie, a thick Sharpie pen, and write one thing you're grateful for. Or two things you're grateful for, and have it at your desk.
Perfect.
And by the end of the season, you'll see that you have a gratitude pumpkin.
Yes.
I think
so
that's
much to be grateful
so amazing, because you'll
Yes.
see all the things you're grateful for.
Yes.
So that's my health tip of the day.
Yes. It's a perfect health tip too. Because here in Northern California, we just did the Great Pumpkin Weigh-In. Oh my God, these pumpkins were over 1,800 pounds.
In Half Moon Bay.
Yes.
And I don't ever go there because I went one time, and the road to get there is
just
one
traffic.
one way to get there and one way to
out.
come out. So forget it.
I'll tell you on the offline, because I don't want you to know, but I know another route that'll get you there. I'll share that.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us. We feel the love. We send it back to you. Just bubbling up and just bubbling all over you. We want you to walk in grace and love every day, every minute.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. We
Yes.
appreciate you so much. And we're going to remind you again, did you like our chat today? Hit the thumb icon. Please consider subscribing to our channel.
Yes.
And you can hit that bell notification so you'll be the first to be notified when our chats are ready to view.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. And remember that we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat over tea. And we loved our tea, our Tazo Spice Chai.
Yes.
Yes,
Cheers.
we love that.
And remember to always keep smiling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.